just gonna roll into this little. Ooh, oh, my headphone. I really need a new microphone. I'm gonna roll into this a little sooner, and I'm gonna pretend. We're gonna play Let's Pretend tonight that I can actually get work done. I know the ads are going, so if you're not listening to me, you're watching an ad. Sorry. It doesn't really seem to make a difference. What? Try our experimental AI features? What is this? Wow, everyone is putting AI into everything. Anyway. I think I'm here. No. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that'll be the last ad for a whole hour, maybe. Potentially. My eyeball itches. Why does my ads manager say ads are starting soon? Did the ads happen or not? Hey, Starro. Hopefully people aren't completely fed up with fishing. This is the nature of death. If I was doing this full time, my job was to develop. Then, sorry, I got some weird message on my phone. Why do I look so dark? What is going on in the world? Ugh. Are you there? Still better. If this was my full-time job, I would definitely be mostly done with fishing right now. If not completely done, working on other things. As well as many things I'd be done with. Wait, did... Okay, we're not seeing ads right now, right? Okay. Whew. You just did some weird stuff to me. Are y'all seeing ads right now? And by y'all, I mean like Sorrow. Whoever else might be here. Anyway, I want to start working. That's what I'm going to do. I wish I could do this for a full-time job, but I would not give up, you know, what I get paid for my current job to do this. If I were single and I had saved up a lot of money, it could be a big maybe, but nope. Don't got that going for me. I get paid quite well in my day job. Them's the breaks, you know? Too risky. In my younger years, I probably would have taken that risk. I wouldn't say that I'm more conservative in my thinking. I'm just more careful. I think I could put cancel button icons in here. So the default will be the cancel icon for these. I once watched a video of someone criticizing our game because we had mixed resolution icons. They didn't like that. I thought I'd share. Okay. So now we have a UI for selecting your rate and bod, your bod and rate, your rod and bait. There we go. I am going to need to add a close method, but we're going to have some fun, yo. That's right. You heard me. Fun. Capital F-I-N-E. Wait. F-U-N. Emphasis on F. Never mind. Public. Override. 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 I think on close? No. Maybe it's just close. I have to capture the... I don't remember what the event was. I have like a billion window close methods. Is it cancel? Cancel invoke? No. Close? I don't remember what the method is. Hey, Burn, what's up? Doing all right? Got my head examined today. Turns out I do have a brain somewhere in there, rattling around. It was just like a veteran study, basically. Handle close. Oh. Close. Don't have to override this. It is just closed, but for some reason it wasn't triggered. How are you, Burn? Burns? Mr. Burns, if you will. Excellent. It went fine. You know, MRIs are interesting. I don't like that I have to override this thing, but I also don't care enough to fix it properly. There's a lot of things that if I had a team working on this, I would fix immediately. But with just good old Mati doing all the coding, I have my standards. So I dread the day any of my developers come onto my stream and watch me code and say, but you just told me I shouldn't do this in my code. I'm like, yeah, I know. Hypocrisy is great. But you shouldn't write code this way. I know. I wonder if I can do this. Is spaceship if... Does this have a spaceship operator? Oh, it doesn't. So PHP... Okay, this is totally random. PHP has something called a spaceship operator. PHP... And I discovered this because I'm working closer with my team now. And it's used for comparing two expressions. Sorry for the cracky voice. I'm doing well. In short, voxels are amazing and torture. Vorture. This is the spaceship operator. When you want to compare two numeric values and say which one's greater, equal, or less than, you use the spaceship operator. Which normally you have to like check each of these values separately, but they've introduced it. I don't know if C# has the equivalent of a spaceship operator. Does C# have a spaceship operator? How will compare three-way comparison? Doesn't look like they do. Unless there's an equivalent. I could ask my good old friend Jupiter. I want something where we can name our chat GPTs. Instead of calling it chat GPT, I want to call it like MatsGPT or MatsGPT, Matsai, Matsibot. Oh, I just call it Matsibot. Yeah. Hey Matsibot, how you doing? HP has a spaceship used for comparison. This is irrelevant to what I'm trying to get done right now, but I'm just super curious. Does C# have an equivalent? Compare to, okay. If X is less than Y. Oh, so compare to does it though. Okay. I mean, it's honestly, to me, that's probably better than a spaceship operator, because spaceship operator is just like a language syntactic sugar. Trying to make your own machine learning model. You can do it. You can make your own machine learning models. Yeah. UI manager. I have to take. That should be right. When we submit, we select it. We can go back, and then I have to do the same thing. I have to override the close because I have to do some more work on. Oh crap! Where do I do it? Damn it! I think we can do public void on then we can just say I passed an alt that? No, I can't. I can't pass close. Also, I can't. Okay, so we'll just do close window. Okay. That should be acceptable. And then we go here and we reload. And then we do that joke. I lost my job at the orange juice factory. I got canned because I couldn't concentrate. Sometimes the juice isn't worth the squeeze, friends. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I still have debug mode turned on. I can turn off debug mode. And then what'll happen is I will need it. Although I did figure out all of my weird woes with the UI. It really wasn't so bad. It's just one of these days, if I had infinite time, I would just like make better solutions. That's it. That's all I would do. Kind of like when I go rock climbing, I like to, you know, when someone's like my daughter or something will say, "Oh, you want to know the best trick to get to the top? Yeah, just climb up." That's how you do it. How do you get better at coding? Just, you know, code better. Simple trick. This one weird trick. Better late than naval. Oh, snap. That joke is quite appealing. As an acid, let's get to work. Get it as an acid versus as an aside. More like you need your vitamin C sharp today. Why am I like this? Okay, I don't care about your FBX errors. I'll FBX your errors right in the face. Okay, so what we want to do, meow, is on close, we're going to call the event on that. We'll do forget. So I have close target, after close, and close action. Hold on. I've really made a mess of this UI stuff. Just, it's a huge mess. Uni event missing a function. Well, you didn't give me a chance to put it in. Doofus. On equipment close. Right. So maybe this will work. There's also a weird thing that happened. I think what I need to do, meow, is change something in my code. One more little thing to change. We're going to do fishing equipment item view. So instead of using the description from the equipment, we're going to do. Oh crap! I have to do it like a. Like, we're gonna do fishing rod. We get description. We'll do raw data that item needed. Because I don't know, and I gotta like, I'm not gonna worry about putting like the details of the rod strength and all that stuff. For now, we're just gonna have a description. But I just want to get it, just get it in there. I am the master at baiting. I am the Never mind. I know I look at my keyboard. I didn't actually look at my keyboard. You know how people look at their watch when they don't have a watch on their wrist? That was me just now. Why did I not get a dad joke? Come on, you did it earlier. Did you run into a dad joke issue? If you want to make some easy money, just take photographs of salmon dressed in human clothing. It's like shooting fish in apparel. Apparently. I think my jokes are in peril. I reloaded. We got 2 errors. What is this? How is that even happening? How am I not myself? Maybe it's because the controller is accessing something that doesn't exist yet. Okay. So change rod and bait. Choose a rod. Choose the bait. I only have one, so it doesn't really make a difference. But... And then I can hit escape and it goes here, and I can hit escape and it goes there. But we don't want to actually close the stupid window. Okay, hold on. Okay, how are we going to do this? We don't want the window to close. Damn it. Ugh, I don't want to close it. I have to overwrite it, but to overwrite it, I need to... Oh, what am I going to do? But now I'm going to... Well, now I can't even use this. What is this one? Yeah, now that's pork. Okay. How am I going to do this? See, this is where I like... You know, there is a philosophy on making tools that people use that I always hated, and a lot of people who use game engines or game frameworks hate, or any frameworks, is why didn't the creators of the framework do this obvious thing for me? Why didn't they make it so you can just do XYZ thing? And the reason is, the more opinionated you make your framework, the more fragile it becomes. Now, granted, some of it's just like bad design, but there's also this thing like if you try to load up too much stuff that's like, oh, it's special, this is my special thing, it gets weaker. You get less able to handle variety. Now, is there an option? I don't have an option. Okay, let me go see here real quick. When we have the close action on the UI window, is closing, was canceled, close window. They don't really have a way to intercept the action. Well, I could enhance it. So, you know, what's one more action between friends? Am I right? After close event. I'm going to feel dirty about this, but we're going to do it. On sure. All this is going to do is cause every single UI window object to do a reload. That's totally fine. We don't care. Fine. No big deal. It's just coding. Okay. So this, I don't see why this would, why that would have caused an error. Huh? Maybe it saved the errors from last time. You notice like see, this is where someone would get mad. Look, the pixel density is different here versus there. How dare you make something bigger or smaller? I think I used the right like aspect ratio though when I changed them. I think these boxes are not scaled appropriately in that case. I don't know. We'll figure that part out. Maybe this will really annoy people, and I'm gonna have to go back and like adjust how all the freaking pixel densities work. Not consistent. How dare you? Dare you make a game? (32 by 32). Okay, so it's keeping the pixel density. That's 64 by 64, so it just doubled it. Okay, so then we're gonna go back, so I can avoid having to do more code. On cancel event. Look at that. Easy peasy. Cancel squeezy. So I don't even need the close event. I can just copy it. That should be good. Maybe. When I hit the escape key, which is cancel, that's what it'll trigger. So I should be able to make it so I can just circumvent it. I should have done this ages ago. What is wrong with my brain? Why can't I think sometimes? I'll leave this one here. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to go to the other one, though. And that would be UI window. We'll go to that one. And then so the cancel event should still only trigger when this. Now we say if this dot on no. So basically this will be the default, but I can then override the cancel event without having to make a whole nother class for the UI window. That should work. So now we'd actually skip closing the window entirely. And that's what I want. Find out. Oh, I do need to make... I need to make the window lose focus, though. I'm going to have to do one more thing here. In the equipment view. On equipment, close. So this is when the equipment gets closed. We're going to say close window. We're going to say UI manager dot lose focus. That's going to tell the UI manager that whatever is currently focused, which would be the equipment window, we lose the focus. And then we close this window. And it might work. Maybe. In the meantime, we're going to do dad joke. What do you call a party you really don't want to go to? A fete? Worse than death? The fete? Is it a party? I guess so. I guess that's what we call it. Okay. So this should work. Now I could start working on the UI for like the help manual, because I'm going to make a little like help manual thing. But I think instead of doing that, I'm going to not do that. I'll work on the animations. So when you go to the fishing spot and you choose to start fishing, it's going to change the character animation. Right now, it doesn't even like collapse the characters, but that's really easy to do. So I'm going to worry about that later. So I'm here. If I hit cancel, it keeps it there. If I hit this again, it opens up again. Okay. We choose our rod, choose our bait. The only other thing I'm going to have to do, which is not super important right now, but I should probably do this, is you can't start fishing if you don't have a rod and bait. So I really should make this option disabled. I really want to. I'm going to do it. Right? So if the rod and bait aren't set, I also need to make it so I can hit cancel and leave this, or go to leave. Right? Get out of here. I'm curious, like, how important is it to have 100% consistency in, you know, the size of the pixels? I mean, you can have doubled pixels in a video game, right? Even if it's a retro, I don't know. I just don't understand. Okay. So this part works. What we're gonna do, meow, is go to the on window opened. The rods and baits. At the bottom of this, we have made the equipment window have focus. How do we do that? Oh, this is fishing. Hold on, we got to do fishing game controller. There we go. There's something I do in here, don't I? Menu. Open menu. What calls open menu? Oh, okay. So when we open the menu, we need to know if there is a current rod and bait. This is the order, so I have to open this first and then that one, which is interesting. I somehow have to know what would be an intelligent way to do this. Fishing game controller. Does it have like a? Oh, okay, we do. It's on awake, so we do determine this on awake. Okay, that's good. So we already know if there's a current rod and a current bait. Means I should be able to get the first item of the menu window. So we're gonna say there start fishing equals this dot menu window dot get component children selectable. And actually, I don't even think I should just do an if statement here. So if context dot current bait equals null, and n current rod equals null. That's the menu. I mean, I love you, Copilot, but sometimes you just get weird ideas. Yeah, but then you said, okay, yeah, I want that though, please, thank you. Okay, so that will make sure that the start fishing thing is null. And I think what I should actually do, just to save myself a tidge of heartache, if at any time these things become null, we'll just set it. This won't happen all the time. It'll be like a one-time trigger. So it's a little silly that I'm doing this, like, get the component in this. But the only time this would ever be null is like the very first time you go fishing. So yeah, I'm checking values, but not that big. Hey, Rome. What's up? Home Sizzle? What you doing? Having a quail of a good time over there? I think I probably used that one before. So at any time those become available, that interactable will become available. Like birds of a feather, we stick together. Okay. What do you call a dead musician? A decomposer. Wonder if anyone has ever hooked up ChatGPT to their Twitch stream. They must have. Like a command where you can ask something. That sounds extremely dangerous, though. Although, I believe at some point there will be things like AI Automon. No doubt. I don't actually know if I want... Hold on a second. I don't want Awake on the fishing game controller, I don't think. Because this will never be true. It's got to trigger when... When what? Where do I want to make this happen? Because this will happen right when the game starts. Which is really not what we want. We want this to happen... Maybe we just make an initialized method. Okay. And then I can go into my fishing node controller, maybe? Fishing... Not much. Definitely have a quail of a good time. Had a high quality day. Built a quail tractor and had the quail outside for 2 hours. They super enjoyed it and so tuckered out. That's good. I'm glad that they're having a good time. I want to go to... Did I not make a runtime method here? Guess not. What I'll do then is add a method to my code. Script builder dot runtime code. Then we have to do this. I guess, does it really matter? I think I need runtime code. I think I can do this without runtime code. I think I can just do fishing game controller instance.initialize. Initialize, dude. Just initialize your face. Did I not make it public? Arzulo, what is up? Sorry, I'm feeling a bit crabby today. How goes the game dev life? Is it everything that you'd hope it would be? And more? I was on Cup of Joe's stream. He was talking about that person who released the Potions game and got kind of majorly screwed over by timing. And, you know, Joe's getting really, like, hot under the collar about this. And I was like, Joe, this is game dev. This is what it's like. I'm not sure what world you're in, but this is, like, how it is. Like, a majority of people have stories like this in their game dev careers. It feels like it's impossible to please people. I don't think that's entirely true. I'm saying it feels like it, so that is true, but it's not true that it is impossible to please. I think there's a lot of people who don't have a lot of perspective on what it takes. I don't mean to brag, but cashiers are always checking me out. So that when you go through a self-checkout, I guess you're checking yourself out. The tracks. That checks out. Cha-ching. Oh, man. I'm just so happy I have a brain. It was confirmed today. Okay, I'm stealing that one. That checks out. So this is supposed to be disabled. Is it disabled but it's not showing as disabled? Chickadee check, 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 check. I have to say I am gonna burp. So excited that I have my job back. I never lost my job, but I have my job back. My main focus, it is so heckin' awesome. Forgot to say this. I have to include whatever. And then pick a rod, pick a worm. I actually don't have a back button. I probably need to make it so like the back option is there. Maybe what I should do is put back here. I don't even know. I don't know how I want to deal with that from a UI perspective. I'd like to just train people to use the cancel button. So I could just put like the little icon here for cancel. And they can... Hey, my UI works. Woo! Okay. Oh my god, I almost lost my mouse. I don't know. I got this mouse, like a actual gaming mouse, and for some reason I just always happen to knock it and almost knock it off my keyboard tray. I have mouse problems. Hey, watch your mouse. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so this window. How would I do this? Ah, I know what I can do. The thing that opens the menu, fishing menu node is this one. So what we're gonna say is on open menu. So for the moment, all I'm gonna check is if the window is closed. So we're gonna do fishing game controller instance dot. Oh, I should probably make it like a method. What do I want my method to be called? Is open, is active, is canceled. I have to observe a change. I don't want the node to care about what the menu is. So I guess I'll just say if fishing game is active. No, because then the menu would close at some point. Crap. Can make an is complete. I don't want to do this. So when I hit cancel, I have to figure out a way to communicate to this node, and that node is the thing that exists in my mini game section here. By the way, this like hierarchy plugin is clutch. It is super helpful to be able to not only color code things, but even up here, like just quickly enable or disable stuff. Great. Okay, so this is the fishing menu. I need a way to cancel. I don't even know why I don't have cancel here. All right, lurk your face off. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not even using this one. I don't even need this, actually. That's funny. This is like not a node that's necessary. So we need start and we need end. We need to know a way to indicate that the fishing game is done. Whatever that is, that's what we need to know. The only other option is start, because otherwise the menu will stay in place. So, to me, it can't be based on whether the fishing menu is open. We do just need like a is active, I think. So I think that we'll do in the fishing game controller, which is kind of weird, but we'll do it here. We're gonna make an is active public properly. Public Boolean is active. Get private set. Boom shakalaka. And then when we open the menu, we make it active. So is active equals true. And then when we close the menu, is active equals false. So now I need to intercept the cancel option, although this is not a window. Right. I got it. Okay. But then the new functionality I just added helps great. Oh, that's my thing. So stop reeling, start reeling. We're going to say public void on end game. No. On close game. Because I might call this in a different place too. Different content. Although maybe I do need to like on close menu. I guess I'm going to do on. Then we're going to say is active equals false and this dot menu window. Why is it not on close? A window closed. On. Is this called close window? I'm like trying to throw my mouse off. Close window. Okay. So that should work. So meow. We'll just get that part working. That's easy. Easy McPeasy. Getting a little crazy. Okay. So is active is true. We'll keep return. We'll be done. Process complete. Okay. If process complete, we have to unlock, which is great. And then we, move on with our lives. Great. Okay. So then, we need to somehow indicate where we're going. We do need to leave. It's funny that the leave was the one that I got rid of. That's the one I needed to keep. It's how to fish and changing equipment that I didn't need. Okay. Now I can maintain a node. And then I'm going to say, for the moment, we'll just do it this way. We'll say, next node, context, What is it? How do I do this? I don't have context in here. Damn it. I guess I have to pass the context. Under context. That was weird. Context dot next node equals leave. It's just leave. Really? Isn't there's not like a leave node? Okay. just called leave, I guess. Story based node, leave node. That's how I do it. Just leave. Earthbound Junkie, just started your game today. Great stuff so far. I'm enjoying all the clever hidden dialogues. Thank you, Earthbound. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. It does mean a lot to us, and if you haven't been to our Discord, feel free to pop in if you have any questions, comments, feedback, bugs. I am the sole programmer on the game. I'm not the only developer because my partner does some stuff using our node system, but I'm the only one that codes. So I'm trying my best to keep up with everything, and I really have to get some more story writing. We have one, well, okay, be clear. I'm the main developer. We have a contractor that has done some really like targeted heavy lifting. And, we have other people. We had like a composer for the music, and Jonathan Shaw, who's amazing. And yeah, but basically a bulk of the work, like the programming work, and a lot of the story writing, especially in Act 1, was me. My partner Jacob, he's done a good portion of Act 2, but I've been trying to work on that as well, because really I'm the one that conceptualized the story. I never really envisioned myself being a story writer for video games. Not that I wouldn't want to, I just didn't think I'd have what it took. But Jacob certainly did not want to. He's like, you write the story. I was like, okay, I guess YOLO, time to find out. See what happens. Thankfully, I think it's working out so far. We got a lot more to do, but we're trying to keep people happy, and enhance the functionality of the game, make it what we really want it to be. It is a pretty darn good split. Earthbound, are you also a game developer, or are you more just a retro gaming player or gamer? Programmer? Interested watcher of streamers? This is some of the stuff. I'm working on a new fishing game. The dream we've always wanted with the fishing game. The fishing game in the current version, this is, by the way, talk about longevity and sort of insanity. The fishing game as it exists now is pretty much what we released with the original demo of the game that Jacob did using Smile Game Builder's scripting node system, or whatever, however they do scripting. And it's been something on my list to revise for so long. And it just seems like there's always something coming up that I had to go and address. Why did I pass in script? Oh, I see. I find it really funny how long the fishing game has lasted. It definitely needed a lot of DLC, though. It's not up to stuff. I'm a huge retro gamer. Alterium Shift checks a lot of boxes. Well, we are open to feedback. There's a lot of things that we've changed from the feedback. In fact, the original, listen, this is crazy. I mean, just goes to show you, when you try to make an indie game as newcomers, it's hard to plan. And me and Jacob, we said, listen, there's no way we're going to make like an epic adventure unless we know that it has traction. And so we made the demo, and then people started liking it. So like, okay, let's set a date to launch, which was, I think, the end of 2022 was our original goal. But then it just kept growing because people had interest. And so a lot of the really basic stuff that we did, we realized if we wanted to give it teeth and make it feel like what we think it should feel like, based on the feedback, we had to revise a lot of stuff. We got a publisher. We started digging in. You know, the 3 stories that you see in the game, they're all unique in terms of the direction they go. They all start in the same place, but you have unique experiences with them, and they even fight different bosses. In Act 1, that wasn't part of the original plan. The original plan was essentially the same game with 3 different characters that go basically through the same story with different dialogue. And it just, you know, like this whole note system I built, because it's like, we had to do something that we knew people would really connect with. And the original concept was just like, it wasn't going to connect with people. And the choice-driven dialogue, like, originally the dialogue wasn't choice-driven. It was just talk to somebody and occasionally you get a choice, but for the most part, the characters speak for themselves. So there was a lot. I mean, a lot went into directionally where we were going. It's been a wild ride. We're really trying to drive to get the next big update out. Once we get the next one out, I don't have a timeline yet, but in the next few months, it'll be about 70%, 75% of the story. Hey, Nightfall! What's hitting, good kitten? No, I said that. I know you're working on that cat game. So I always have to make a cat pun. I hope your game doesn't whisker you away. Okay. Where was I? I was trying to work, right. Getting work done, that's what we're doing. We're good at working. We are the best workers ever. See, I want to go to the fishing game. Then I want to do on close menu. That should work. Able, rippable, terrible. Uh-oh. Why are things going terrible? Are you making a joke about terrible puns? Or is that thing I asked about terrible? Oh, I need to do it on this menu. They just added a cancel event. Boom shakalaka. On close menu. Boom shakalaka. Terrible puns. I'm doing fine. The best compliment you can give a pun is to say how bad it is. Womp womp. Yes, well, I'm good at the bad puns. My eldest daughter tries to joke with me. She's 10. And she's very smart. But she hasn't quite learned the idea that the worse the joke is, the better it is for me. The more I'm happy. So when she like eye rolls at me, it's like, that's great. I have accomplished my mission. Okay, so that didn't work. What happened here? Oh, I know what happened here. I have to close that window too. Okay. Like inbuilt commands. Why is this red? Is there a runtime issue? Oh yeah, because I imported something. Oh yeah. Good thing Walliver's not here to give me crap about that. Machi knows what he's doing. I know how to tell the bad jokes. I mean, that's sort of my thing. That's my life. It's my life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna pun forever. We even have a dad joke command. There are plenty of dad jokes in Alterium Shift. Although some of the best ones actually came from Jacob, my partner on it. A man was admitted to the hospital after swallowing 6 plastic horses. His condition has been described as stable. If you think that's bad, you should see what happened to his neighbor. That guy went into the doctor. He's like, why the long face? Mikey, hi. I mean, I just hoofed that one. I'm telling you, when it comes to horse jokes, the buck stops here. Sorry, you're all saddled with my terrible jokes. I'll try to rein it in. The humor doesn't hoof you. Giddy up. Okay, so that's good. We got out of here. We have to unlock though, because I did what's called like a perma lock, which is fine, but I have to make sure that when we leave, we unlock the player. Otherwise, they can't do anything. Recent animation is that no? I don't. My ad is about to start. I'll snooze it for a couple minutes. I do mid-roll ads just so people who show up who haven't been here before don't get hit with a pre-roll. You really win the cart before the fish. Well, listen, I'm trying to scale up my jokes, you know? Gotta do something about that. I'm hoping with the new ad setup, when people come in, they just get hooked on my stream. Can't let them flounder. My gosh. I'm trying not to jump the shark with my jokes, but my goodness, you guys are just encouraging me. I would say things are going swimmingly so far. Oh, it's not unlocking. Why is it not unlocking? I think I have 2 layers to unlock, probably. So the problem is, no, this doesn't lock anything. Oh, no, that's fishing menu node. Fishing spot node. Not doing locking here, dude. No. Maybe what I need to do is like clear all locks, perhaps. It might have to. You're a real one. I've heard that line before. Oh my gosh. Okay. I had like a force. I could just try it twice. Or maybe this is just not triggering. That could also be part of it. I'll try it twice just to see if it's nice. Should unlock. Let me go take a look at the what I'm using. Is it that menu? No, there you go. Did you run? You know, it could be worse. You could have come here and I would be playing COD of Duty. This is the exclusion. Next node equals leave node. Leave. I think I have to call it leave node, probably. No, it's just called leave. That's okay. Commented that out. Let's see this work. You're really casting a large net with these. I think you meant puns. These puns? Yeah. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, don't worry. I understand your jokes. I'm worried that at some point I'm going to clam up. But you know what? Carp the DM, baby. Oh, man. Got me on a roll. Can't even... You're baiting me, aren't you? Okay. So something's not unlocking. And what it looks like is... This maybe it's not finishing is the problem. But why would it not finish? How am I not myself? So, the rapid casting of puns may cause me to flop my opinion. I'm gonna let the ad run this time. Sorry for the, added annoyance, but gotta get it out there. You know the old adage, you can lead a stream to fish, but you... Wait a minute. Fish are in the stream already. Is active equals false. So is it not changing it? So it could be that close menu is not being triggered. Let me do a couple of checks. No, it is being triggered because that's happening. Okay. So all right. You lead a horse to water, but you can't make him fish. It'd be pretty impressive if you could teach a fish to swim, a fish to horse, a horse to fish. There you go. we went from horses to fish and all, however many ways into the horizon. All I'm saying is before you leave, make sure to wave. Ocean puns? There are fish in the ocean. That's what I was told at least. You know what also? You should see more of them in the code because you know what they say. There's plenty of fish in the sea, sharp. Sorry. That was, that was something. So is this leave node? Why is it not? Output port connection leave. We're not using that anymore. Should default to... Let's try it. Let's see what happens. My coworker, actually a manager who reports to me, she was trying to make a... Whatever those analogies are. I can the coin phrase of, throw them in the water and see if they swim. Throw them in the deep end and see if they swim. But she said something like, well, we can throw them to the fish and... No, throw them to the fish. Throw them to the wolves and see if they swim. And I thought that was the funniest combined idiom. And that's my story, Morning Glory. Why would this not work? Let me think. Is active is being set false. False is supposed to indicate that we need to be done. Oh, wait. Or is it the reverse? Process complete equals is active. No, that should be correct. Yeah, because it would equal... I'm so confused right now. Wasn't that false before? Yeah. Yeah. So, what's my other code? Fishing spot. Luring node. I'm trying to work. Does a horse fish in the woods? And says, but I fear I may be lost at sea. Do The real question is, if the horse fishes the wood, does it make a sound? The answer is nay. I know I did the nay joke earlier, but you know, when you're doing this many horse puns, you just got to go with it. We got to get a little horse radishicle. Okay, so we have process complete. Controller is running. If process complete. How did I like did this in reverse? Wonder how. That can't be how it was supposed to work. Earthbound Junkie, thank you for subscribing with your Twitch pun. I'm so punned up right now. Sorry for the ads. Ad break shortly. Sorry. Shortly. You got me all wound up about the puns. Ad break. For those people who don't have you know, subscriptions. What is going on here? I want to. Oh no. Undo. I lock it? Oh, it's locked. Let's just put it at the top. Nice, big, bold letters. So, Earthbound, you get to be immortalized in code. We'll put you right here. Really? Yes, really. I literally have to avoid punless ad break. Well, that was quite punctual of you. Every sub gets immortalized in code. Today is the 12th, 2024. Welcome, Earthbound Earthling Junkie. Thank you for Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Motzi Breakers. Glad to have you here. Have you here? The bad pun. You are immortalized in the code. There are if you watch me look like Punky Chip showed up and just subbed immediately. I don't think I've seen Punky Chip since then. Or maybe they've just not spoken. But they did sub. They popped in and subbed right away. I told them I appreciated it. Yeah, you get immortalized in code when you subscribe. Or if you gift sub somebody. Anytime. Essentially, you can be in there more than once. You know, Killboy Gaming, who is just crazy supporter of the stream. He's in the code just everywhere. It's like there's probably like 20 or 30 instances of that comment. Okay, so my thinking is I'm doing something bad. Let me go look at window. It is no, it's not window controller. It's menu controller, right? Menu controller. SGB. Excuse me. Menu control. Okay. I wanted to find out how do they do this? They do. Oh, they don't. That doesn't. That's not how that works. Maybe dialogue. Script. Mute. Oh. Hey, ad break's been ended. We can get back to the party. I'm also dad, and my 13-year-old was laughing quite a bit at your game pun. She's a fan of Sage and their sassy attitude. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yes. I wrote Sage, and I had a blast doing it. I was a little worried because I didn't want... Sage is kind of a jerk, but not because of anything about their specific identity. It's more just... they're a smart person, and they tend to be very snarky. The first iteration of the game, Sage was a little bit too jerky. We had to tone it down. And I liked giving people the choice. So then you can choose whether you want to be jerky at people or not. It's completely up to you. Jacob likes to say that they're all parts of my personality. I had way more fun doing Sage's experience with the choice-driven dialogue than when I first wrote it. The only problem is, and I don't know if you've discovered this yet, when you make different choices, you get different experiences, even as the main character. So if you're Sage and like the test day when you're getting up and stuff, you can go wildly different directions as Sage. You could sleep all day until you get pulled out of your bed. Well, I don't remember if Pyro pulls you out of your bed. I think Pyro just gives up and goes away. But or you can get up right away, and you get distinctly different experiences. And I just had so much fun. It was harder to do, but I was like, I gotta do this. I've got to make it, and especially Sage. Sage is the character where the choices can sometimes vary. Pretty significantly. We slept all day. Yeah, I mean, so you missed all of the training day, which is supposed to be the day where you kind of go out and explore and like learn the town. And you went straight into test day. I loved making that an option. It took a long time to write all of it, but I just had so much fun. It was like, oh, then I could say this, then I could say this, then I'll make a choice. Uh-oh, well now I have to do this and this and this. It was for sure. What are we going to script? Mutex. I guess I didn't do the mutex one. Where did I do it? This is a dialogue object. I need a dialogue node? No, this is a node though. So how do we execute? I think I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? Choices. Window position. Oh, I made it a node. That's fine. Display message window. Okay. Here's how this worked. I sadly stopped all the puns. I didn't mean to stop them. I just got wrapped up in what I was doing. But the one thing I didn't do is I didn't start rapping. That wouldn't be ice baby of me. I don't know. My youngest, my almost 4-year-old, loves classic pop songs, including Vanilla Ice. And she'll go, stop, collaborate, and listen. And then I sing the rest of it for her. The second day we got so far into sleeping that we were told we weren't allowed to do it anymore. It felt exciting that our choice had an effect on what was happening. Yeah. At some point it's like, listen, this isn't a sleeping simulator. You kind of got to get up. You just can't do this forever. I really want to put an Easter egg, which doesn't exist yet, where if you do some certain combination that involves a lot of sleeping, you just kind of end the game. It's like, fine, you know what? I don't care anymore. Game over. Here's the credits. And it just shows all the credits. I really want to do that. I don't want to make it as obvious as just literally sleeping through all the days, but it would be hilarious to me to have like one of the alternate endings being as Sage, you just sleep the entire day and that's it. Game over. Not really the winning one, but it would be funny to just have it just run through the credits. Or start showing the credits and then stop because like you're not even interested in this. You slept the whole day and it's like go back to the title screen or something. I'd have a lot of fun with that. I like it when games give you choices. Okay, so when the result is true is when the waiter finishes. So I've got this all backward. I've got this bass backward. That's the problem. So what I need to do is fix myself. Fishing menu node. Okay. If process complete, it equals not active. There you go. that'll fix you. We'll get you fixed. The interesting part about writing these character personalities, we want to make them unique and not also kill ourselves trying to write all the story. So there is something about, like, Atlas has choices, but his choices are a little bit more on the rails. You can do some variants here and there, but Atlas is very much like your classic hero. Other than the fact that he has a bow and arrow, right? Instead of a sword or something. But, you know, he's young, 17, 18 years old or something like that. And kind of goes along with the flow. There will be some key places where you can make distinct choices that have an impact on your experience. But his are just less pronounced in the beginning. Pyra is somewhere in the middle. And then Sage is kind of like YOLO, Sage has literally 3 different ways that their the end of Act 1 can go for them. Did we get there, though? It says closing fishing menu, closing rod and bait. Okay. So, no, we still didn't get there. Why did we not get there? Fishing menu. Not is active. I thought it compiled. Did it not compile? Yeah, I think it did. That's just that stupid error. Okay, what is going on there? We can't continue. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, hold on. How do I do this then? Is execution wait? What we have to do current window. I'm looking at some other code I have because I'm not totally sure what I'm doing, but I'm trying. Well, I always said, okay. But I can't get the next node until I know which one is selected. So I have to know which node got selected before I can choose the next one. Oh, I see. Result equals false. So what did I do to make the result equals false? Oh, I see. Huh. I know what I'm doing, but I'm fine. I was curious, are we not supposed to be able to equip 2 accessory items yet? Oh no! Is that not working? That's a bug. I swear. I thought I had fixed that. Let me go take a look. I guess I could do... Would I have Pyra, right? I don't remember I even have 2 accessories in here. Why is my back button not working? Is it because I got rid of that cancel button option? I'm breaking things. Good thing you asked me to do this, because I would have discovered that the hard way. I need to... I think it's just called close. Like 10 different ways to close things. If cancel event does not equal null. It's not if it doesn't equal null. I got to do something like or how do I know what if it has a listen? I don't know if you can actually. I don't know if you help. I've seen a few small things, but I look past them because I'm just enjoying the game. I mean, you know, some of them might already be in our Discord in the support forum, but you know, not being able to quit 2 accessories seems bad. In C#, I'll show you guys my C# and Unity. How do I check if Unity? Yes, I know. I get it. Just tell me what I'm doing with my life. Yeah, okay. So it's just get invocation list .length. However, it's important that so can I not access it directly? Listen, I don't care if you tell me I shouldn't access it. I'm going to. That's what we're going to do. No, I can't. I can't get it. You stupid face. Why would you tell me I could do it if I can't? My Unity event. However, it's important to note that method is not directly available in Unity event. It is on a delegate, okay? Invoke the event without checking the list. But I want to know if it has one. I'm going to use the other selection option. Create other. Why wouldn't it make field one of the first things that it wants to create? Feels like a very obvious thing we'd want to create. Okay, whatever. Serialized field, baby. So that'll fix the cancel option not working. I'll have to update my phishing nonsense to use it, but whatever. Yes, it is ChatGPT. Please give me a list of the best of your best, worst horse and fish pun. I'd like 50 of them. I'm going to show it to you. See what it comes up with. I'll just read them to you so they're a surprise. That's quite the stable of puns you're asking for. Let's rein it in with some creativity for the... This is the first answer. Hold your seahorses because you're about to get a tidal wave of puntastic humor. They're not that great. I'm feeling a bit hoarse today. A stirrup joke is good. Like stir up some fun. Bit by bit. Oh, a bit pun would be great because it also is like pixels, right? How are pixels like horses? It's all about the bit, baby. What was they doing? Oh, I need to go do something. This. I should probably make sure that that checkbox actually exists in in a logical place. Where's my override cancel event? I need to make it live where that event is, but I don't care. And we'll do the same thing for this, I think. No, for that. That should fix my problem. All right, let's run it after it saves. Bridle your enthusiasm. Okay. So they're doing more like puns. Okay. Awesome. Now can you also give me a similar list, but as jokes instead of just puns? Absolutely. Let's trot into the humor with a mix of horse and fish jokes, sure to nail and hook some laughs. This is great. This is way better than searching on the internet for lists of jokes. Hope I'm not disturbing your progress. I'm easily distracted. We actually have a command for that. Oh, I think it's D plus. There you go. I'm gonna get distracted. The problem is that my chat gets equally distracted, so they forget to give that D plus to me. Oh wait, what are they doing? I was gonna go look at the accessory stuff. Okay, we got so many jokes in here. Why did the horse go behind the tree? To change his jockeys. So that was a good one. ChatGPT tipping the scales on these puns. Yeah, there's no. I was gonna say like no bones about it, but that's not right. How did I pick the wrong one? Why do horses like to fart when they buck? Because they can't achieve full horsepower without gas. How is it coming up with so many great jokes? The joke industry is a lost cause now. What do you give a sick horse? Cough stirrup. I don't have any. Okay, so do I have money? I like money. I want to buy some accessories. Where are my accessories? You don't have any accessories. No. Why was a young horse confused? It couldn't remember the main, M-A-N-E, points. Now this is. Where are you getting two? Where were you getting two accessories from? Boots. I guess boots are accessories, right? Oh. Funny you can wear 2 pairs of boots. A wrist guard, I think, might be accessory. That's a shield. Shield, head, armor, weapon, shield, weapon. Where do we have all the accessories at? Give all items. Cheat mode activated. All right. Lucky bracelet. Look at all the lucky bracelet things we get. Oh yeah, look at that. We can only equip one thing. That is infuriating. Who did this crap? Oh, that's so sucky. Look at protection necklace. It's such a big word. It doesn't even fit in the space. Might have to do something about the naming conventions on these. You're like a short version so it doesn't get so tiny. I mean, at least it fits-ish. Conch shell. Raises your HP and AE by 30 points. Although, you know what? I don't have a... Do I have a preview? Oh, I do have a preview. Yeah. But it doesn't show this being changed. I wonder what's going on there. That might be a bug too. Funny. You got... Oh, so you were really nice to her. Because you got the speed belt. The only way you get that is if you wait for her. That was nice of you. Star Sash. Okay. So the problem is... I know I shouldn't be working on... But that's a pretty critical bug to address. That super annoys me. Where does this happen? Equipment... View controller. Okay. So first slot. So this is inventories. So this is where I tried to fix it or make it work. It was the belt for waiting. Yeah, the speed belt, which is the joke. See, I don't know if you know this, but when you go to this, spoiler alert. When you first talk to Mrs. Olsky before you start the quest, and she's asking you a bunch of questions, when you answer like Atlas would, with a lot of ... you know, where you're kind of saying nice things or like close to nice things, the better you do there, the faster she walks on that quest. The meaner you are to her, the slower she walks. You know, I don't know if no one's really going to figure that out because it's just entirely based on how you talk to her. I thought was really funny. And the trick is she's got a speed belt. Oh, you were mean to her. Yeah. So she took her sweet time. I could make her walk even slightly faster than she does when she walks fast, but it's so fast you can't even keep up with her. It's like, well, that doesn't really feel right. Okay, so here's the problem. First slot does not equal index. What is happening here? I'm gonna have to turn the debugger on. This is a legitimate case where I really need to fix this though. Yeah, she does. You'd have to like reload your save, do a little save scumming. But you get, at least you can still get the speed belt even if you weren't nice to her. Like the choices in the game aren't really meant to be massively impactful on your outcome. Yeah, after she gave you the belt, she bolted. Oh, she doesn't give you the belt in the plains. You have to go back to her house to get the belt. So once you're back in her house, I don't think she runs anymore. Although maybe this belt even weighs her down. Who knows? Oh no! Oh no! Tom Sutton. Hey Tom. Why are horses so healthy? Because they always stabilize their diet. Debugger is on. Okay. Wow. How do you make a small fortune in a horse racing? Start with a large fortune. Good one. Oh no, Tom Sutton. Oh, right in the feels. Ah, she bolted ass after I waited for her. I couldn't remember exactly. I thought you were talking about the horse joke. Funny enough. Give all items. Should I make the console a secret thing you can unlock in the game? People could just go and do whatever they want. Why don't we just resave over this? The Puns are the main event, indeed. More horse jokes. There's a lot of stable ones. How does the horse keep its hair in place? With hay spray. Oh, I really did scare Tom Sutton off. Well, Tom Sutton's scared of the reality. Okay, so index is -1. A flip. -1. Your face is -1. Why is it -1? Oh, because I'm an idiot. Okay. I got it. So, items view. So the problem is my life choice. Got it. What does this even do? This is gets the index of the equipped item. Okay. So the problem is I'm using the wrong stupid thing. Okay. Got it. I know exactly what's going on here. Equipable items selected. On item select. Item submit. This is what I want. Current equipment slot. That's what I want. Okay. So then... You were just horsing around? Nah, I'm just joshing. The secret console menu unlock all goodies in Kung Fu. I know Kung Fu. I think the Kung Fu Panda movie's out. I gotta take my kid. Why did the fish refuse to play cards with the ocean? Because it was always bluffing. I guess bluffs are in the ocean. What is this thing here? Character submit. I need to figure out the index. How does this work? What was I even trying to do here? If it's an accessory, I had to figure out if it was in the first or the second slot in the equipment spot. Oh man, I don't know why we never even caught this. I guess we just never had people doing two things. I can fix this though. I can fix it. Ooh, fix it, Felix. Fun fact, my wife and I watched animated movies before we had kids. It is on item submit. I think is what I did. Okay. So this is the slot. Equipment slot equals item. Okay, so I think I can do this. Okay. So the whole reason this isn't working is because I put the wrong value in here. It needed to be a current equipment slot. What do I have to give it? Inventory item. Item. Let's see if this works. If we need to find the loot bugs, I want all the things. Well, it means that we're gonna have to do a patch soon, which I think we can get away with. I have to undo my little fishing thing that I set up because I didn't. I didn't think it would take me this long to get this in place. We're actually gonna when we release fishing, we're going to make like a secret, like a separate fishing spot that you can go to, so that you can test the fishing without us rolling it out everywhere. You don't know how exciting this is to watch. I'm watching a game, but I found get fixed in real time. Yeah, a game bug you found. Yeah, hopefully it's fixed. Yeah, you know, it's weird. Before we started doing this game, I'd get really offended when people were upset about things that I made, as a lot of humans would do. Now I don't really care. I mean, I get annoyed sometimes about people because some people feel like they're just trolly, but I really don't mind, you know, finding and fixing issues. I like it. I really do. And so it's been kind of interesting to go through this experience and learn a little more about customer service, essentially. Okay, so let's go to equipment. Boom! Thank you for bringing that one up. Oh my gosh. How absurd that one has been out there for so long. Oh, that's funny. Okay. But if it's remove, it doesn't remove. So I got to figure out that one. You can also apparently wear two of the same things. Oh, I like removed and moved it to the bottom. How did that happen? Let's do it removed. Great. Now you've got me having to like fix all this stuff. How dare you? I think it's because there's probably like a remove thing. I'm kidding. Totally happy to fix things. You got this, Monty. Don't write. Oh God. Earthbound. I'll have you know, you're not the first person to talk to me in this way. I'm having flashbacks already. You guys are really supportive members of our community, is all I'm saying. Okay, so let me see. How do we remove? The problem is what? Oh, because the item type is not an accessory? No, that's not what it is. If we say remove, what is the item become? Find the word remove. Oh, you know what? It was right there, actually. But so, right in the on equipable items submit. So here, if it's removed, it doesn't account for a stupid removal. How are we gonna do this? Actually, I'm wondering why this already has a slot index. What? If item type is greater than 2 and less than 8. What is that? What is this one? That's less than 8. Okay. Okay, I have to do the same thing. So I'll just but I have a slot index. Oh, I see, because I don't. Okay. That's why that part doesn't work. It's fine. You know what? This is bug fixing. We're gonna bug fix it the old-fashioned way. We're just gonna do this. Copy and paste, baby. Bug fixing with the copy and paste. So we're gonna say, instead of saying is first, we don't care about that. We're gonna say if index. Wait. Say if it's accessory. I'll refactor it. Never. If not for programs like you, middle-aged gamers like me would not find games we want to play. I'm more glad to support. You are 100% part of the target market. So mission accomplished. Index plus equals 1. Because I am also, am I middle-aged? I'm 40. I'm turning 43 this year. Is that what I should be? Oh, you know, it's weird that, like, we use... Oh, right, because we use a lot. Okay, hold on. What I want... Well, why don't I just use that index right there? I guess I could just use that. We'll see. Let's see what happens to the other things. See if we break it. Or look at all this crazy crap. I swear, if you accidentally give us 3 accessory slots, I'm employed. Don't worry, some people already found exploits. Some of the, when we first launched early access, and this is after like tons of testing, people just found so many things to break. And so we had this idea that we'd release early access and have a couple bugs to fix, but then we would immediately start on all the next things we needed to do. Instead, I think we spent 2 months bug fixing and enhancing based on all the feedback. Not all of it was bug fixing. There were things that was just like, people didn't like certain things about Pyra's story, so we went back and like revised that. Some things didn't make sense in the story, so we went back and added some revisions. It wasn't all like completely bugs, but it certainly was a learning experience to the nth degree. Going back to people's feedback, right? There are some gamers who they got the early access version, they played it to a point, hit some bugs, or got mad that the game wasn't the full game, and then went and gave a negative review. A lot of people were like, hey, you know, we appreciate all of the, you know, energy and excitement, or the, you know, they truly care about this game, but not recommend it. Like, why would you ever do that? I just can't imagine it. It's such a weird thought process on this stuff. I guess it's a good, when you don't know a person, I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so let's see if this works. It's working in reverse. I know why it's working in reverse. It's just funny to me. I don't even need to do this though, right? No, I don't. I just get to the next. I did something I didn't need to do. It was just dumb. I don't even know why I did that. It wasn't it's part of streaming and coding. It's really hard to think when you stream and code. I can't do it very well. I'm not like other game developer streamers. Other game dev streamers have this like ability of focus where they start working and they just like, that's what my head says about it though. Anyway, what do you call a fish that can give you a facelift? A plastic sturgeon. We're still on the fish pun. Even though I'm not working on fixing fishing issues. At least this bug will be fixed. Come My gosh, how embarrassing. That's been out there for a minute too. As far as exploits, I had fun on escort quest trying to get Sage stuck on hills. Yeah, you see my solution? Yeah. Yep. The problem was you can get stuck. And so I really, okay. So if you want some, I'll give you some insight into this game. Yeah, Matzi, tell us more about the history of this game. So my day job, I'm a chief technology officer. I've worked in technology for 18 plus years, not doing game dev. So in the last since the pandemic, actually, I started learning game dev and Unity on the side. A lot of people did a lot of new hobbies on the side when you can't go anywhere. And the intent wasn't to go out and make this game. It was completely happenstance that my partner in crime on this project, he's like, oh, look at this cool thing I'm making. And I was like, that's really cool. I love how it looks. Can I be part of it? And, you know, the rest is sort of history, right? So, yeah, it worked. Okay, it's fixed. Woohoo! Yay! And so the game, as far as like engines go, was not built in Unity to start with. There's this engine called Smile Game Builder. I'll show it to you. It looks like this. And it's, you know, it's meant for people. It's sort of like RPG Maker, and it's meant to be a little bit more simple. And it's very targeted at RPG. The system they use for coding is very different. It's not actual code. It's like objects that represent actions, essentially. And it's limited into what it could do. In fact, when I started doing game dev, I started using Smile Game Builder because I just didn't have mental capacity to go to my day job and then at night try to learn how to code. It wasn't something that was really in my brain as an ability to do. And so I'll show you here. And so I was trying to use Smile Game Builder, but I just couldn't get it to do what I wanted. And yet Jacob, my partner, he's like a whiz at this thing. He could do so much in this game. Like, he made the entire fishing game using this tool set. This tool set that has, like, you know, these commands and events and things like that like is what it looks like code. So when we started getting more serious about this, because it can export to Unity, I started doing more work in Unity to write code to make things work. But there's a lot of translation and like mental leaps to do something like Sage's Quest. And Sage's Quest was fun to make, but very hard. Because I really wanted it to be like, she would just stop walking if you got too far away, or she would like walk back or something. But I couldn't do that easily with the engine. So at some point I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is just tether the character to her. And then whenever there was a spot where the character could get stuck, like, well, how am I going to get the character unstuck? And there's just a way to make it so the character can just walk over anything. And like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. It's the only time your character can just walk wherever they want, but it's a forced walk. So like, I think that's okay. I just thought it was kind of funny that you just get stuck behind something and then all of a sudden Sage is just bounding over the mountain. Anyways, that's fixed. Bug fixed. Yay. It's not at all the new fishing minigame, but, you know, we try. I don't even remember what I was doing in the fishing. Somebody totally distracted me. I feel like there has to be something here. I just don't understand how I did choices. You can't go to the next node if there's a choice. What the dialogue and scene. Seeing you had a plan for my shenanigans, I felt appreciated. Well, because I'm a shenanigan maker. I love finding the things that'll break stuff. I try, yeah, like you just said, I try to find the wrong way to do stuff. So not escorting the escort was a high priority. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you know who Walliver is. No, it was good. That was an important bug fix. And I'm glad that you brought it up. So thank you for that. Walliver made the game Where's My Water, or he was a key designer on it. He's made a bunch of games. Jellycar Worlds is one of his like coup de grace, really awesome games he made in the last couple of years. And now he's working on another game. I mean, he's just freaking churning them out. He's amazing. And I did Jellycar Worlds testing for him. And I would do it, like, one of the jokes was every time I started one of his levels, the first thing I would do was go backwards. Because there was a little jelly car, and you're supposed to drive forward and do things. But I always saw a cliff behind the car. I'm like, well, what's back there? That always go the opposite direction of what I knew the developer wanted me to do. So as a developer making this game, I'm always like, I'll bet you someone's going to do this. I bet you someone's going to do that. and so I always try to put things in where I would probably, as a game player, go and do it. And I think I reflect on like Chrono Trigger and things. Chrono Trigger is much more sparse in terms of interaction. It is a type of game that drives you through the story by not making interesting things for you to look at until you move to the next place in the story, right? But I don't care about that. I like exploring, and I like going places that I think the developer doesn't want me to go. And so when I'm writing the maps and like putting the story together, I'm not making the map, I'm just putting the story in. I'm always thinking, what if someone went over and talked to this random rock? What if we just put something really stupid right in this spot and see if anyone ever finds it? And I just have such a blast with it. It's so great. Okay, so I need to determine if execution wait, current window position, title. I think the thing is, it's got to be able to know what the next node is. If current choice does not equal null, how do I do this? It's made of rock. That comment had my 13-year-old and me laughing. Oh, you found a rock. So you found the rock, I take it. I actually want more interactions. It's hard when you're writing story to make the interactions unique, and there's a lot of things you can interact with. So one of the things haven't done yet, but my vision was for certain areas to have like a common set that's somewhat randomized, so that you can go talk to most things and you'll eventually get about the same type of responses, but it's going to be varied enough that people are going to want to like try different things in certain places. I haven't quite figured out how to do that the best way, but there's a lot of things you can do for sure. Yeah, I'm looking at the dialogue system because I want to see how did I make it not progress in the node system. This is a dialogue in the node system. The first time it's not a wait. And then it goes through, it sets up the dialogue. And then result equals false. The first loop, result equals false. That might actually be the thing that causes it to wait. I think then it goes all the way through the loop one. Okay, so what do I have here in my menu now? I do the same thing, right? Result equals true is execution wait. So it's supposed to work that way. Because then it creates the waiter, and it doesn't let the next thing happen. It's not doing that. Why is that? You got me hooked, triple checking everything. Oh, someone actually got annoyed by that. They're like, well, yeah, but there's all these things that have like double. They say the same thing. Like pretty much a lot of the trees say the same things for the most part, right? At some point they start randomizing their responses. But if you talk to two different trees, or the potted plants, I mean, eventually it's give you the same responses. And there's only so much you can do, right? You can't like, well, you could if we had a team of people, a giant team of people, we could absolutely we could shove all sorts of dialogue everywhere, but we do not have that, so it means we're somewhat limited. Why is it? So what is going on here? I want to know. I want to snooze. Funsies. I guess I could put the debugger on and find out. Like, I could just see if this ever triggers. What I'll do is I'll put the debugger on and go to the fishing game. Is active equals false. Please, for the love of goodness, don't Easter egg something that's like, check it 10 times after exhausting all unique dialogue. There's one Easter egg in the game where it is kind of like that, although typically the general rule of thumb is if it says there's nothing interesting in here, it usually means that's it, right? So we don't usually put anything after that. So there'll be some variation of like, there's nothing else to check, move on with your life, right? Because you're right, we wanted to have something where it was a kind of a distinct end. The only difference is like, if you talk to the trees, the potted trees too much, it'll just like randomly give different jokes, basically. But we don't do that a lot. Like, it's not really going to be a common thing. I saw the most incredible bush. How far have you made it? Have you gone through Act 1 yet? Or are you still just in this area here? There's actually like a legitimate story behind how or why it's set up that way. And the reason no longer exists. But, we left it in there. I might have to re-implement the reason someday. Oh, what happened here? There's a very distinct reason why we make the bushes very interesting. And the payoff is nothing. There's no real payoff to it. Let's just be clear. There was like a slight payoff. But it would only be a payoff if you're Atlas. Not if you're Sage. So I want to make the payoff at some point for that. It's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Most people, I believe, here have either played the demo or the game, or, they've heard me talk about things enough. It's not like, I'm not getting hundreds of viewers, right? So there's not really a lot of spoiler worry yet to make. But that works. Let's go back here. We'll check that. Oh, it says no longer checking. Okay. They're already moved on from this? I'm really confused. What did I do that's not right? I guess I'll try it again. The bunch 100% worth it. Payoff appreciated. I finished the well dungeon and took a small trip to a weird place. Yeah. Are you just playing the demo? Yeah, it'll take you... The demo takes you to a place where there's a... You mean you took a nap? Yeah, that was something I added because right after the... In fact, fun fact, this is that point is the first time in the game the character speaks to themselves. I think one of the characters doesn't do it yet. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, it's the first place. You know, fun trivia. First place in the game that the character speaks to themselves. Because people felt like after the shift happens, they needed something to like bite into about the character. Like, all right, we can do that. Process complete equals false. Yeah, that should be fine. Then it never runs again. Okay, so maybe it was right the first time. And I hopped on Discord and saw you were streaming live, so here I am. Oh, you one of the recent joiners? Let's see. You were the person we all waved at? We do that. It's a very welcoming. Everyone waves when you show up. Hi. Right at the point because it was bedtime. Okay, yeah. Bedtime for the kiddos. You got more than one kiddo then, I assume, because it sounds like your 13-year-old is clearly awake. We got a 10, almost 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, an almost 8-year-old, and an almost 4-year-old. Okay, so then why is it not working? So in theory, I've just reversed the logic here. I should be able to prove that this is going to work or not. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a lot of kids. A 1-year-old. Oof. How's the sleep going for you? Okay, so now this is working. Wait a minute. It hit the debug log. Oh. That's funny. Okay. Right. If I'm going to do it that way, I need to reverse this. So it's not process complete. It's that's where my logic was wrong. You're going through sleep regression. Oh yeah. So our 3 kids progressively got worse. Our eldest was a great sleeper. Just amazing. And then our second child, eventually he learned, but it took a while. And then our youngest just, I mean, it broke me. I swear. I've not recovered from it. And she's a good sleeper now, but it took, a 1.5 years before she started almost doing it. Okay, I'm going to run an ad break because apparently it's going to start running pre-roll ads. So Here we go. Run an ad. Running ad to disable. I don't know if you got a sub, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna just let people know. I should really use the ad break to like take a break, but what am I gonna do? Work? Play? I don't know. I'm gonna keep working though. That's great. Really good opportunity for me to just chug along. I got water right here. My voice sounds hoarse because this is how my voice is. What's a fish favorite show? 2.5 Men. What did the horse do? Why did the horse join the music band? Because it had a great trot. I don't know what that means. How do fish get high? Seaweed. Did I not? Oh, I did. Okay. Let's find out. It could be that it's not finding this as being an act. One way to find out. Yeah. Right. Oh, did it stop? No, it didn't. Oh, it's not running. You should check out this game I just got into called Alterium Shift. Sounds pretty cool. I bet you there's a link for it somewhere. Oh, didn't my command not work? It's hard for them to get drunk, though. No, but it's easy for them to get dunks. Because they're fish. Hey, Mendoza. How's it going? They have a high tolerance because they drink like a fish. Good one, too. I gotta fix the finger. Okay, let's confirm breakpoints working. Aloha. Mendoza will be like, oh, you're still working on that fishing thing? More fishing. Please stop. No more fishing. Okay, so now what we're gonna do. Where's the fishing game? Okay, so that breakpoint's there. Leave. Why don't you make like a tree and leave? No, make like a tree and get out of here. Leave. Make like a tree and leave. Okay, what do we got? We got process active is false. If not process active, that's correct. Next node equals leave node, which has what? Well, there is that. Does it have a? Yeah, it has a node. Okay, okay. All right. So that should work. I have like a clear lock command. I thought I had a command that would let me clear all locks. Could have sworn I made one of those. Oh, Well, I did. Fun fact, my 13-year-old is grounded, but I let her watch me play on the living room TV. So due to her being grounded, she's now interested in what's going to happen next to see. Dare I ask the grounding? Our 10-year-old is like a super rule follower. She doesn't usually get in trouble for things. I don't have a unlock clear lock. I only lock it once though. I guess I could tell it not to retain the lock and see what happens. But I think if I don't retain the lock, it'll do some weird stuff. Oh, actually, I don't even need. Not even making code changes. Wait, you're playing on your TV? Do you have your like computer hooked up to play on your TV, or you're playing off a Steam Deck? Because it works on Steam Deck for those who have one. It's a great kid, just socializes too much in class. Yeah. Locked down until she gets caught up. I get it. Gotta lay down the law. So this works. I think the problem is, no, the lock is fine. I just made like a tree and I'm leaving. Oh, didn't leave. I want you to be relieved. Okay, well that's good. It's really chunky right now. The problem is when I hit leave. Okay. So I have to do something to put a delay. Or stop. How am I going to do this? Put a wait? Would a wait work? Maybe? Try. I do have a Steam Deck, and I would love to play on it, but I'm locked into playing with the little one now. Yeah, we even have cloud saves. We recently it's still beta. It works, but there's like the first time you set it up, you basically load it up with whatever files are on your current device, and that you only get asked to do that once. So I gotta figure out a better way to handle that. I guess I could make it wait a second and then unlock the player control. I think that'll work. Oh, I can't save it, but whatever. No. Okay. Cancel. Okay. How did I figure this out with this? How did I do that with the main menu? Does it do it in the... The PC in my living room has been a staple since my bachelor days. Well, it really holds things together, doesn't it? I've never had cable, and the kids have access to all the streaming stuff. That's cool. Do you use there's like a streaming library for people who don't want to sign up for streaming services, where you basically retain your content, because streaming services can remove their content whenever they want, basically. I placed a lot of Fortnite. Yeah, I could get that. I could dig that. Okay. Unlock control. How did it, like, why, what? Exclusion all event. I think that just is like reconnecting it. Had a different. I know I had to solve this before. I just always forget how I solved it. This is main menu view control. I have to go relearn how I did things by looking at my old code. Did I override that? Okay. I think the thing is the timing is important. I think it's because the window is closing, but we need to make the time of the window happen. But how am I able to hold it? Can I close it? It stops reading the input. So Fortnite's too new for me. I can only watch them. Tonight was my turn to show the kids a retro feeling. Yeah, I never got into Fortnite. Like you said, there's a lot of game styles I had never got into. There's got to be some trick that I did in my menu. Last close time equals time. I think this is the thing. I had to add a cooldown in here. I don't know how I want to do this in the case of the fishing game. I don't want it to like trigger basically. So if time is minus last close time. Well, that's how I did it, right? Because this is basically like constantly triggering it. So what I need to do I have a timing issue. And the reason I'm just sitting here staring at like blank nothingness is I just don't know how to solve this timing issue right now. I'm trying to figure it out. My 5-year-old saw me playing Alterium and goes, "Is this crosscode?" And then looks closer and goes, "Wait, you never played this before?" I've seen crosscode. I've never played crosscode, but we've been compared to that too. Okay, so to solve this problem, one thing is I need to prevent the thing from closing for a set time. Which can either be me waiting for the window to fully close, we catch a fish. Yeah, we always have to leave from the menu. So actually, I don't really even, okay. I think I know what I need. I got it. Fishing menu controller. No, fishing game controller. We don't have a menu controller. What is the status when we close a window? We close a window, is open. I think we finally say finalize closed is opening. I think that's what we do. We could say is active equals menu window is opening. This will work. We'll try this. Oh my god, please. Let's try it. There's that menu window dot is open. I think that might work. There might be some weirdness that happens. No, not equipment. No. This dot meow mew lemieux, the classic bool that flips on a timer. Hi, how are you? Oh, hold on. He was so hooked on watching me play, I had to turn the top TV screen to get him to focus on bedtime. Yep, 5-year-old. I don't want the equipment menu. Actually, I do. Yes, because the equipment menu will always be open no matter what. Okay, so this might work. And it might not. You know what? YOLO. We'll find out. Yeah, it's weird because I'm working with an existing system, and I'm using Unity input system, but I'm also kind of shoehorning it into an existing system, and the way the timing of the inputs works means I've got that classic problem of the repeat being picked up, even though I don't want it. And so I have to figure out my life choices. Actually, I wonder if could I fix this in the input system? No, I don't think I can, because because I'm shoehorning it in, it kind of needs that behavior to exist. I can't go into the input system and tell it not to do repeats, because there's a way of testing that I need to make sure is tested properly within the system that exists. Developer friends of mine always give me a hard time that I'm using an existing framework. Not even framework, like an existing engine, sort of just completely bastardized by my work. And all I can say is we'd never be this far if I hadn't done it that way. I would never be able to make all this stuff from scratch in the time frame we have. Okay. Don't know why that didn't get set, but whatever. So let's see if we can make... Nope. Same problem. Like... See? Leave. Leave. Okay. So the way I did it before was a timer, but how is it that I've done it with our other system then? I even put a wait. Try something else. I'm gonna go into my fishing game. Tell it to retain the lock. Can't save, of course. Whatever. So let's see if this. Okay. Problem is telling it to retain the lock. It hangs on to it and it doesn't get unlocked. lock player control, chain lock. There's a system that basically like unlocks all locks when the thing is done running. This is not okay, so this is also not undoing the lock. Base init. Oh no, we extend this. Okay, so when it runs, it says execute if this is locked, else as current lock, lock count -1. How do I do reset lock? Oh, wait, what? Where's my reset lock option? I knew I had put something in there. Oh, it's called reset. It says reset animation, but it's supposed to be reset lock? No. What? No, it says reset lock. Show if this dot locked equals all. Oh. Did I not? Okay, hold on a second. I must not have used this. What? I made a whole thing to reset locks. I didn't use it? No, I had to have used this somewhere. Resets the lock information for the graph runner or any other runner using this context. But what do I have that calls this? 2 usages. Okay, so I made a reset lock command, but I didn't use it. This is the lock command. The only place this is used is okay. So then I put it in here. Whatever. Private bool. There we go. I guess I set it up and I just never used it or something. So if I say reset lock, then that, right? So that should work. Then what we'll do here, if it's not locked, so we're saying unlock, and okay. So I guess I just never implemented it. I think it was one of those ones where it's like I only needed it for one case. I'm like, I know I'm going to use this later, and then I never did. So my brain's like, why don't I have this? I swear I put that in there. Because I did. I just didn't do it smartly. Oh wait, but the commands are supposed to be showing. I'm really confused. Hold on a second. This is supposed to show in here. This is supposed to show in here. something wrong with this not showing in the node. Because reset animation shows. Okay, let me try this. Let me not try that yet. Go back to this. This shouldn't be needed. That should not be needed there. However, comma, it could be player control locked command. Something with this show if, hide if, that. Let's see if that does it. It's supposed to be there. I wonder why it's not showing. That's weird. Something goofy. Why was the horse so optimistic? It lived in the field of dreams. What's the fish's favorite instrument? The bass guitar. Bass guitar. Ooh. Best out of this one. eBay so useless. I tried to look up lighters and all I got was 42,669 matches. My brain refuses me to read bass as an instrument. Bass, always a fish. as I prove by me trying to read your words. I forgot what I was even doing. I wasn't supposed to be running the game. I was supposed to go here and see why this is not giving me the check thing that I need. I think, is it because it's private? No, it can't be because it's private, because it's kind of locked. Private Boolean locked equals true. Oh. It's because we don't show the command. Okay. I could have, yeah, okay. So it's because I was trying to be clever and extend functionality so I don't have to create a whole new set of Okay, I'm so dumb. Okay, player. So I do need. Unlock node. With unlock player control, right? I should be able to do it in here actually. Reset lock. You're enjoying the playlist? It's a Harris Heller. It's DMCA free. I just got sick of the whole debate about music play and the risk of getting booted or banned, so I just made a list based off of Harris Heller's like lo-fi / pixel art music. Pixel game music, I think. Okay. Let's see this work. It's 11 o'clock. I did not expect to code this long. So I think I'm gonna do what I did the last time I streamed, and I'm gonna get out of here before the next ad break. So in less than 35 minutes. It's definitely got the gamey vibe. Yeah, it's I don't even know if this is part of their game one. They have like a list called arcade, and pixel, which I really like. Okay, so I think this will work. And then, as much as I wanted to work on the animations tonight, I think getting the UI, fitting together was probably important. So if I say reset locks here, give it 0.5 seconds, because I'd be really annoyed if it made me wait a whole second. This might work, maybe? I hope so. Question mark? You ever use the bookmark joke on your kids? I told my son to pass. Oh, wait. My son asked me to pass him the bookmark. I started crying. You're 8 years old and you don't know my name's not Mark. Something like that. Oh, funny one. It's funnier when it's actually said properly, but. Good news. It closed. Bad news. Still not working. My name's not Mark. Yeah, I couldn't even type it. I thought you were going to say your name is Mark. I'm like, oh, well, geez. Not only did you dox yourself, but... reset lock. I'm not clear. Because we don't want this. What we want is... Okay. Serialize the value. No, we don't. We don't even need to serialize it. Hold on. I'm just not doing this right. I gotta do it better. It is gonna be a public property. It's kind of weird because I wouldn't normally do it as a... Oh my god. But we're just mapping this value. So we don't really need to serialize it because it's serialized in the object. I'm on the cusp. The story of my life. My birthday's on the cusp. My age puts me on the cusp of being a millennial and a Gen Xer. My life is just cuspy. I'm always on the cusp of things. Always on the cusp of success. Never quite. Just right there on the cusp. I'd probably be a good surfer because it'd be right there in the sweet spot. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. I need to go one more thing. Go in here. Check it again. Reset. Oh, I got to put the I don't care about that right now. Fine. I'll move the checkbox. I'll just say toggle left. We're not going to reload it though. And then I will probably wrap up just because, school night, work night. I'm surprised ChatGPT didn't make any seahorse puns. I think they did actually. Oh no, they didn't. Weird. Seahorse. Seahorse. Funny. I'm surprised you didn't make any seahorse puns. Look, you're right. I completely missed the opportunity. Let's make a splash. It's so funny that it turns into joke mode. Why did the horse go behind the tree? Wait, you did the same one. It's giving me the same jokes now. What do you call a fish that knows addition? An octoplus. Why do seahorses get married in secret? because they don't want to be seen. That's funny. Too much. I can't handle it. I might be on the cusp of solving this, but it's not on the cusp of solving me. If not, this dot lock. I mean, it should be triggering code. Resets the lock information. Runner context. I wonder if I don't want to put it in runner context. Maybe I just do it. Because I think I just did that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What happened? Hey, PG Racer, how are you? Would you like to say these in-game fish are just playing hard to get? I don't know, it seems kind of fishy to me. Mixed jokes. What do you call a horse that's a detective? Sherlock names. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Oh, these are, why did the seahorse blush? Because the seaweed. Oh, they did the same seaweed joke, but a different way. What game do fish like playing most? Salmon says. I'm fine, thank you. How's the fishing? You know, sometimes it's like swimming upstream, but we're making do. Sometimes you're swimming upstream and you get caught by the bear. I mean, there may be many of many games in the sea, but this one's my chum. I don't think I even showed you Earthbound, the actual minigame. You've just been watching me try to figure out how to make the exit menu work. Still not working. Fine. Don't care anymore. You know what? Instead of making that working, what I'm going to make it do is when I cancel, I'll just make it do the next node. So what I can do here is just so I can show the fishing game before I wrap up. Well, the current state of the fishing game. There's still work to do, clearly. Fishing menu. So we'll do start fishing. Now when we cancel, it'll start fishing. Yeah. The mini game in the fishing is in the demo is not where we're going with this. I'll show you. It's fun. I got a nice boot and a can. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you have a can-do attitude. Please don't give me the boot for that joke. So, tell me truly, when you got the boot, was it a red leather day? My daughter hated that I bought maggots. Well, you gotta find the right bait, you know? The thing is, the current fishing game is... I think it's fine but simple, and I had to rebuild it in Unity anyway. And as I started rebuilding, I'm like, oh, but I could do this, and I could do that. And, okay, maybe I overdid it. I will admit. But I just like, well, don't we want like something that feels like a fishing game? If I'm gonna have to put it in Unity, first of all, let's change rod and bait. We gotta make sure we have the rod. Then let's go to start fishing. Hold on, I think that might not be enabled. Oh, it is interactable. Oh, I have to leave, right? Damn it. Why wouldn't it go to the next node? I told it what the next node was supposed to be. Still needs to unlock, which is fine. It should work. Why wouldn't this work? You've caught my attention. Yes, well, I'm trying to get you hooked. I'm trying to get you lured in to a really great game. Maybe someday I'll show you some of the plans for the game. We'll call it, for the fishing game, we'll call it the rod map. Instead of road map. Definitely took the bait. I can't believe how many different puns we've done tonight. I really hope the new game makes a splash, though, for sure. The new mini game, I mean. We even fixed a bug tonight. I mean, how great is that? I'm really glad we fixed that bug. I would have been bothered by it for a while. Alright, so I think I still have to choose the rod. If I don't do this, it might fork something. Okay. So this time, here's fishing. So you'll get like a little thing to choose how far you cast. So it'll be more like actually casting. It's a little chunky right now for some reason. And then the fish, you can see the... I don't know why they're sitting at the bottom of the map right now, but that fish right there is getting somewhat interested in the food. And so there'll be more than those fish. And the icon we're going to change because I don't like it being a shadow. I think it's just harder to see. Jacob wants me to even put the bait on the hook, which I'll figure that one out too. So then you wait, and there'll be obviously more fish, and then now you're in the reeling of the game. It'll feel similar to what's currently there, although I've tried to make it more active. You see how the fish is like fighting against the line, and at some point it gets weak. So you see it get weak, and you can just reel it in. So, you know, there'll be some more interesting dynamics. The problem is I took something that was relatively simple and I added a bunch of different knobs and values. So we can do a lot with it, but we're going to have to learn how to make it. It's like there's the aspect of making the mechanics of the game and then actually making the mechanics work for the game. So for instance, here's a carp. There's all these different settings now and behaviors that the carp can have, both when you're luring it in, as in you're trying to catch it, and when you're reeling it in. So thankfully I'm not going to do all that work because Jacob likes to fish and I don't. So he'll be the one fine tuning all of this stuff. But like the rods and the bait, they're going to have, you know, various settings like reel speed and slack speed. That'll really make it much more dynamic feeling. And you'll want to get specific rods. Like I want to make a rod that has maximum strength that'll never break, but it's the slowest thing reeling you could possibly imagine. So it's like one of those, I will catch almost every fish with it, even some of the harder fish, but it'll take like 5 minutes or something for some of them because you just can't reel them in very fast. I do like catching the fish before reeling it in. Well, that would be easier, right? Hooking the fish would be best, ideally. Anyway, I do think I should wrap up now. I really told myself tonight I would not be staying up until 11:30. Well, I stay up until 11:30 anyway, so whatever. I stay up until 12:30 for that matter, especially tonight. But, you know, whatever. It was great to have you here, Earthbound. I'm glad that you enjoy the game. By all means, reach out on the Discord. That goes for everybody. I'm more than happy to look at issues, talk about the game, provide updates. You're right, hooking. Well, I wasn't, I mean, in a way, I'm kind of hooking tonight for money, right? I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get, well, not really, but attention, really. Because it's not a fully. Oh, hey, look at Pumpkin Days is streaming. We have not. Oh, did Pumpkin Days get rated by Crazy Mike? Let's go see Pumpkin Days. You have a great night, Burn. Thanks for everybody who hung out. Thanks for the subscription, Earthbound. Really appreciate that. You also said, imagine you're playing a game, having a blast, find a bug, no big deal, happens all the time. Then you talk to someone for an hour and magically the bug's fixed. Well, it won't be in, hasn't been released yet, but it'll get out there. We'll get it out there for sure. Pumpkin Days is mature audiences, so if you have a 13-year-old that is immature, make your choice. I will be back on Saturday. You all have a lovely night. Thank you again. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to y'all soon. And thanks again, Earthbound. Really appreciate having you around and chatting it up. Makes it go by easier for me. All right. Bye, guys.